Good afternoon. I decided I better come on out and try to start doing some of the outside garden tours because tomorrow they are really calling for some bad storms in the afternoon, evening, and through Monday. So I thought I better come out here. It's a little bit of a wind, a breeze, but not like it's been. And if you see a mess anywhere, please ignore it, because Wednesday night we had a horrible storm with hail and strong winds and I mean just tons of rain, and we had a really bad mess out here. Luckily the hail didn't do a whole lot of damage, just a few hostas here and there got some holes in their leaves, but then last night it got down in the 30s, I think it's 34, but I haven't seen anything that the cold temperatures have damaged yet, so I'm hoping that it didn't do much damage. So here's just a look out in the backyard from the deck. The Japanese maples, they provide so much color. And you can see right here, the duetzias are just beautiful. This is the most blooms we've had for quite a while. And you can see the woodland flock blooming back there, and my mind's gone. I can't remember what the taller purple flower is. I see a pretty dandelion back there. The rain and all did beat up my dianthias quite a bit. Look at these maples. The light shining on them. They're just gorgeous. And look at these little beauties. The hydrangeas don't look like they got damaged. I'm hopeful that they didn't. I still have to, at some point, put something else in the wheelbarrow. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but sooner or later. And here's a pink duetzia. It hasn't started opening up yet. It's not, this is just its second spring, so it's not loaded, going to be loaded with blooms like the white ones are. Those beautiful tulips are just about gone. And look at this beauty. That's an elderberry. And it's going to have a bunch of blooms, it looks like. I mean, this thing has tripled in size since we planted it last year. This clematis is coming up really nice. These hostas, I just see a couple little holes in them from the hail. It's been years since we've had a hailstorm. And look at this beautiful maple. These are the little thin ones. They call them the finger ones because the leaves are so fine. It's really grown since last year too. Lots of perennials that'll be coming up more. A lot of hostas in here. The climbing hydrangea and the chocolate vine, they are really big. They've done really well this year. This little maple took a hit this year for some reason, but it's got some new growth on it, so we'll see what it does. Japanese painted fern, another gorgeous maple. See, these leaves are a different type to the other. I used to know the names of all these maples, but as you get older, you can't remember things as well as you used to. The heucheras and the heucherellas are coming out. There's a big astilbe. Look at the pretty blooms. Lots of buds on this clematis. This was a volunteer clematis, and it's already up that little trellis. John's grass got a lot of ruts washed in it from that torrential rain. It looked like a river washing down these stepping stones. We'll go this way. I won't be able to do all the yard on one video because there's so much. Another Japanese painted fern. Coral bells. All the daffodils are gone. I've got to get in here and cut all those blooms, dead blooms off. Another pretty maple. These hostas up here have more holes in them, and I hate that because that one right there was such a beauty, and it's got quite a lot of holes in it. And then the wind has really beat everything up. Do you remember when I planted this laundry tub with this one pot of things that we bought at Lowe's? It had a hosta and a astilbe and a Japanese painted fern. Well, that thing is huge, and the astilbe will bloom a little later on. More maples. That Japanese painted fern is gorgeous in its pot. We lost a Japanese maple that was right here. I think it was a blood good. It was one we bought at Garden Club sale years ago, and it had done great, and last summer it just really looked pitiful, and it bit the dust. Another beautiful fern. More pretty hostas. And there's where I put the snapdragons that we bought. That little hosta there's got holes in it. There's where I put all the primroses. I haven't been able to deadhead those. And there's that beautiful hydrangea. And coming up this arbor is another clematis. There's my angel. You can see all these piles of dirt. That's where the rain washed it into piles. Yeah, it's some holes in this hosta too. And a lot of the ferns and hostas over here are really pretty. I don't see a lot of holes over there. Another clematis. Another beautiful maple. Tools here where we were working. I love these bright yellow green, lime green hostas. They really pop in your gardens. That one's got a couple shreds on it too from the storm. But for as much hail as came through, we're lucky. This hosta, now that I'm over here, look at all the holes in it. I hate that. It was so pretty because they'll just turn brown and be ugly. And it's nothing you can do about it. Got some dead on this azalea that I'm going to have to cut out. These hostas have a lot of holes. Lily of the Valley back there, they're almost through blooming. And there's a ghost Japanese painted fern. Now look at this azalea. Gorgeous. And the red one back there. They're so pretty. This hosta's got a lot of holes and cuts in it too. Well, you know, things like that we have no control over. It just happens. And it could have been a lot worse. This is another coral bark. I don't know whether you can see. It's still got just a little bit of coral on that limb over there. It'll turn totally brown for the winter time like an ordinary trunk. That's going to be those monster hostas that we took pieces off of. There's the arbor from this side. It'll take me several times to do the whole yard, and I'll do the summer room at a separate time because I'm not through putting stuff out up there. That's a beautiful color tulip. It's pink with apricot edges, gorgeous. There's more mess that washed down through here. John had planted more grass seed all down through here and it washed it all away. It was all down on the patio. That maple. This variegated leaf duetzia has some blooms on it. And back there is my lemony lace elderberry and the bleeding heart. And the woodland flock. And a hydrangea. Okay, that's all for this time. Enjoy the sunshine before the rain comes. Till the next video, have a great evening.